Hi friends, welcome to TRENDRIDER channel supported by Time. Today we are going to do the technical analysis for Camlin Fine Sciences stock. Camlin Fine is the ticker name, and you are watching the monthly technical chart of the stock. And this is the historical price chart of Camlin Fine, and each candle here represents 1 month. Okay, and these are all the indicators and the respective graphs generated for this stock to do the technical analysis. Now, if you look at the historical price pattern of the stock, we have data since 2015 June onwards. This stock had reached its peak price in 2015, in June itself, and at that time the stock was trading at nearly 130 rupees. And after that, the stock went down, and even after while going down, also it again it started rising up, but it couldn't cross its peak price, but it went up to 120 nearly. 122 120, okay, and again it started going back. Actually, it had been facing some sort of price resistance here recently, and now it is going down further. And after August 2017, the stock started moving in the upward direction. See, each candle here represents 1 month. So August, September, October, November, this is the November month candle. Okay, in the November month itself, the stock had picked up from it rised from 88 to 110, nearly. If you take 22 rupees per share profit, the stock has given so far. In the last 3 months, the stock has given nearly 35 rupees profit to its investors. So this is the trend of the stock right now. And if you see the overall performance of the stock has already crossed its 20 and 50-day moving averages, and the relative strength of the stock is okay right now. It is picking up. Actually, it is moving up, and it is above the midpoint and below the top line. We can consider this as average. Relative strength is average, but direction strength has recently changed. So far, until recently, the stock had been facing some sort of negative direction dominance, but recently the positive direction line has crossed the negative direction line from below, and both are diverging, which you can clearly see, and creating a huge space between them. The space between the space that they create between these two lines is directly proportional to the direction strength of the stock. And stochastics, actually both lines are playing at the bottom line, at the midpoint right now, but fortunately there is a trend reversal. The stock is in sync with the price trend here, rising price trend. So the fast line is on top of the slow line right now, and both are diverging. Even here the divergence creates shows the strength of the stock. Okay, the strength of the trend strength of the stock. Okay, now momentum is picking up. Actually just crossed the baseline, and it is cutting through the baseline, and if you look at the tip of the momentum, it is looking in the upward direction, though the momentum at this moment is at initial phase, but it looks like the angle at which it is making with the baseline looks like, it is going to go a little bit further also. Price volume change is recently we are seeing some sort of spike in the volumes, and balance of power and elder array both are in sync with each other, and both are telling us that the stock is in a bullish phase right now. Kopak curve is showing that the stock right now is in bearish phase, but if you look at the tip, it indicates that it is about to cut through the baseline, and slowly it will move into the buy zone. It looks like that. Okay, there is one more point I would like to tell about this particular stock. See, please focus on the crosshairs that I am keeping here. Okay, the stock has reached its recent bottom in August 2017, and that time it was trading at 71 rupees. Okay, now as per the data that we are having here, this is the lowest bottom price that this stock has hit recently. Now uh, this is a new trend. This is a new positive trend that the stock started moving in the stock started showing us. And one more thing is, so far the stock, if you look at the path pattern of the stock, there is no particular path pattern so far, consistent path pattern, which this stock had been has been repeating so far. And lot of time, most of the time, the stock had been moving in a zigzag fashion so far. Now, if this trend continues, so do you think that this will cross its previous peak price 130 and then come back? So I doubt that. Why? Because see, in the previous highs, the stock was going up to 120, and it is coming back. Actually, it is facing some sort of resistance here, I'm pretty sure. So that is the reason why it is coming back. And this time, right now, the stock is trading at 110. So even I feel there is a one more high which the stock has recently, uh, I mean, uh, crossed, that is this one, and it crossed this 108 thing and 110 thing, and today it is trading at just slightly, just no, it just stepped, yeah, it just crossed that one, and now I feel that the stock will go up to 120 this time or two, and but by the time this I mean, based on the indicator strength, I mean, what are the guiding points of the indicators are showing here, based on the strength of those indicators, uh, I mean, we can check whether the stock will cross this time 130, will go up to 130 at least, and cross its previous peak price or not. But for that we need more time, and we'll come back to the stock later after a few days, and we will redo the analysis based on the new points. But until then, the conclusion is something like this. I mean, as for me, based on this analysis, based on the guiding points thrown by the technical indicators, I feel like this stock can be considered for short-term investment at this moment, and cannot be considered for long-term investment, because I am seeing some sort of price resistance barriers. On top of that, there are a few the critical parameters of the stock are at the initial level right now. We don't know whether they will pick up strength, and then they will reach the benchmark level and push up the stock further or not. So we'll come back to the stock later after a few days to consider the stock, to analyze the stock from long term perspective. But until then, it is always better to keep the stock at a, I mean, to keep a lower expectation on the stock. So the stock at this moment is good for short-term trading or intraday trading. Definitely you get benefit, but long-term investment, I doubt, or medium-term investment also, I doubt. So we'll come back to the stock later after a few days. But until then, this is the conclusion. Okay, guys, if you like this analysis, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.